Happy Sunday. Wanted to talk about an experience I had on my walk. I was totally in the present moment, as I did my 5 mile walk. This is what happened. Here's what I noticed. I noticed the sunlight coming through the trees. And the sunlight would come in and out depending on the wind. The wind would blow the leaves, and the sunlight would come through the leaves and then not come through the leaves. I live up here in the mountains. They're small mountains, but they're mountains nonetheless in Danbury. And I looked over the hill and I saw all of these in the distance, a distant hill, all these lush green trees. And I waited so long to see leaves on those trees, and it's absolutely beautiful. And I was looking at those trees, I looked down and the grass was covered in these little white flowers. And I never really pay attention to those little white flowers that cover the grass, but there were so many of them. There was a collective of white. It was beautiful. And then out of the corner of my eye, I saw a family and a little boy skipping, playfully skipping. And as I kept walking, I saw so many other things. I saw a hawk in the sky, which is my power animal. I saw clouds moving in ways that, kind of made different figures in the sky. There was a little worm that I noticed that was on the sidewalk. The sidewalk was warm, and I was able to pick that worm up and move it to the grass. I walked up a hill, and for whatever reason, this tree just like summoned me over to it. There was a knowing that I needed to go over and touch this tree, and I spent a minute with the tree. It was just an incredible walk. And being in the present moment is miraculous. These things that I saw put me in such a God-centered heart space, such a frequency of gratitude. And that was like an hour and a half walk. That was an hour and a half of my day. Can you imagine what it might be like if I took the time to stay in the present moment during the rest of the day? What I might see? Just have a great day.